welcome back to my channel. Well, it's been a long time since I've done a diamond painting video, but you know what, I'm feeling like I'm starting to get my diamond painting mojo back, and I've still got this massive peonies one to finish, which is taking a while, but it is like a 110 by 90, so it's pretty large. But I started doing some yesterday, and I thought, why don't I do a video? So I know that some of this is done already here, however, you know what, I thought I've got a few hours before I go down the yard, and I would join you on a whip and chat. So here I am. I have only got sort of one area sort of line to do. I'm about 2/3 away from completion, so it shouldn't take too long, and I think what I'm going to do going forward is do diamond painting videos in the AM when I am off on my days off, and then I can go and do the horse after, and then do some stitching after that. So that's basically how I am going to do my time. Now I will come back to the spices video. I think I lost my mojo a little bit because it just wasn't coming out the size I wanted it, because that one is a really pretty busy diamond painting. You have to have a lot of, you know, a large size for a lot of detail, and I think myself I was just a little bit disappointed. And you know what, it was a painting from where was it from? Ever Moment. So it was a lovely painting, there was nothing wrong with the painting, it was just the biggest size that they went up to. So I'm looking at getting a custom and having it made huge, because I'd like it framed and put into my kitchen. I think it'd be a stunning picture, massive beautiful, by the dining room. So I've got a diner, kitchen diner, so I thought that would be a fantastic place to put that. But the wall's 10 foot high by about, I don't even know what it is, 10, 12 foot in width, so it needs to be big and a focal point, which is what I'm striving to do. So going forward for that one, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to retire the one I've got at the moment. I am also going to get a new one, and then instead of starting that one at the beginning, because obviously I've already done a video with the first part of it done, I might get to that stage of this diamond painting and then start, you know, from again. So you actually won't notice any difference, because what I'll be doing is starting from the top again. So we would have done one line already, and that is what I've already done on the other one anyway. I think I've taken my tweezers somewhere, which is good. To find another pair of tweezers. Hang on one second. And I've got a really runny nose as well, which is never good. Oh, there's a piece of fabric that I can dye. Oh, that's good. Yeah, my nose is just on one today. I don't know why. I've blown it and blown it and blown it, and I'll try not to sniff in this video, but it's driving me absolutely nuts. Typically, my tweezers would be in the last box that I come to, of course. There we are. Okay, that never sounds good. Oh, right, okay. So that ripping was only the crappy veneer that goes on cheap furniture that seemed to have just come off. But I've literally just jumped out of bed, had a shower, not even had a cup of tea yet, and thought, you know what, I'll do a video. So I'm kind of, oh, look at those tweezers. They're completely bent, can you see? Oh, brilliant. Okay, well, probably got another pair somewhere, but for now, and I'll do the trick. So yeah, so that's my plan. My plan is to get to where I was on the last one and then just do a continuation, and from the videos you won't even notice there's a difference. But you know what it is, I love cross stitch, and I think I've just got a bigger love for cross stitch than diamond painting, and I don't know why, and I think it's just because I did it to death and it was quite nice to have a break. However, I do love how quickly projects come together diamond painting. Massively. They are so much quicker. Right. A. Where is A? A. Where's that A? Right. My nose has gone a bit crazy again, so bear with me 1 second. Okay, so I'm back. Right, I think 5200 was A. Yeah, 5200 is A. A. There is another diamond painting that I want to do actually as well. So like I said, I might just get back into my diamond painting. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, so the projects just work up so much quicker. Diamond painting, and it's quite refreshing. Even though I tend to take like 6 years just to do one, but you know, it's quite nice to have different hobbies. I mean, diamond painting and cross stitch really is the only, I say the only real hobbies that I have. So yeah. But sometimes it's nice, isn't it, just to come in and put a film on, grab a cup of tea, sit down, and just have some you time. I find I don't get as frustrated with diamond painting with, you know, flosses that are knotting and things like that, and oh gosh. So, yours. Right, I've got a bee that's outstanding that I need to do. A couple of bees actually. That one there. And that one there. And that one there. Right. It feels so weird doing this. I haven't done this in so long. I feel a little bit out of my depth slightly. But it's all good in the hood. Again, I'm still using these beautiful little tubs, which I absolutely love. So I absolutely do love these, and I don't think, I've just got so many of them, and I don't think I'd use anything else now. Oh, it's good as that. There's another bee there. My hand's really shaky this morning, I don't know why. And there's another one there. You know what, sod it, I'll do that in a minute. I've clearly lost my mojo for this, haven't I? Like, clearly lost my diamond painting condition that you get into. Or that, or it's just far too early. Wait, is that a bee? I I swear there was another bee around here somewhere. As I said I was going to get that in a second. There we are. That'll do. Okay. So I'll plan on getting this one finished in well, I'm hoping to get it done by my next video for cross stitch, so that I can show it on there as a completed piece. But we will see. We will see. There's a few F's. There's one there. There's one there. And there's one over there. Tea seems to be a good one to go for. So what do you guys all do when you diamond paint? Do you listen to audio books, watch films? I am today going to go and do my horse after this, and then I am going to, after I sneezed, excuse me, I'm going to come back and, oh, excuse me, and I am going to do one of my cross stitch projects, which is a stitch in time, but it's a quick stitch. It's the bookshelf one. Really beautiful colours, and I love it. Oh my god, my nose has gone again. I'm going to have to blow it. Give me 1 second. Oh, right, I'm back. I'm so sorry about that. This is a great start to a video, isn't it? So yeah, so, you know, I was thinking to myself yesterday that I've just treated myself to an Omnic frame. Now, for those of you that don't cross stitch, and I'm not going to bore you with cross stitch because you've come to a diamond painting video because you may or may not like cross stitch, so I'm not going to ram it down your throat, but it's a huge frame, a big frame that will take large projects. So I would like to do a stitch in time, you know, the big one, and if you don't know what that is, it's a beautiful artwork piece by Amy Stewart, and it's basically a bookshelf that is divided into seasons, and it's absolutely beautiful. And what I'll do is I'll put a picture of it in this video really shortly, really quickly, just so you can see what I'm talking about. But as well as that, there are elements of it that have been broken down and recharted, and in one of them I'm doing, this is the first part of the first bookshelf, so the top bookshelf, which is quite purpley, and I thought that would be really pretty to go in my guest room, as you know, just a little bit of artwork, nothing too crazy, just gives it a bit of personality really, more than anything. And I thought, you know, I would like to do the whole Stitch in Time project as well, so it just enables me to be able to work on it a little bit. But so that is what I'm going to work on when I get home, that one. But like I said, you've come to see a diamond painting project, so I'm not gonna talk about cross stitch. I mean, when I first started diamond painting, I just wasn't into cross stitch at all, and I think if someone had done a diamond painting video and then just talked about cross stitch the whole time, I think I would have just switched off. And don't get me wrong, there are people that love both, but there's also people that don't, so I think I need to cater to those lovely people who don't do cross stitch and just do diamond painting, because I was one of those people. And I will just talk about something really quickly. It is kind of cross stitch related, but kind of diamond painting as well. I have just bought the Wind Stitch, which is a software piece of software that you can download and you can create your own projects. So if you find a beautiful piece of artwork that you really, really like, what you can do is you can chart it yourself. So you can download that image and then you can put it in this software and you can create your own image and pattern, cross stitch and diamond painting. So it allows you to do both. You just have to specify whether you want it for cross stitch or diamond painting, because I'm guessing that the setup is slightly different. But how amazing is that? And then all you need to do is find your, well, for one, find someone who can print it for you. I think that's the other thing as well, isn't it? Because you're going to need someone to, yeah, unless you've got a big diamond painting printer, I guess you're going to have to find someone to print it for you. Unless you just have the pattern and you just have a complete blank piece of sticky bit. It's just got the squares but nothing in them symbol wise. I guess that's what you would do, wouldn't you? So you would just buy the whole kind of plain adhesive with the little squares, and then you would just use that as what you would use Ada for your or even weave for your cross stitch, and then you would just work off a pattern. I guess that's what you do instead, unless you can get someone to actually send it to them and print it on. But I think the first sounded better. So you would just buy the diamond painting kind of, I guess, a diamond painting fabric, which is what it would, it's not obviously a fabric per se, but it's, it's the material that you work on. So that could be good. So that, for anyone that is interested, it's very, very easy to use. And I have just done my own pattern, and they were peonies again, because I have a love of peonies. I absolutely love peonies. And I have just charted my own from a picture I've seen, and it is stunning. But I have also bought, well, I found the picture and I thought, wow, that's amazing. And I had a few people chart it for me, because it never comes out the same. I don't know if anyone does chart any of their own diamond paintings or their own patterns of any kind. Sometimes it comes out very, very different. And I was getting some charts back and they were okay, but they weren't, when you think, oh, that's it, definitely. So I decided to buy it myself, and I thought, well, if I buy it, I can change around DMC numbers and get it looking how I want it. Oh god, my nose, I'm gonna have to blow it in a second, without having to worry about taking up someone's time, because it is very time consuming when you're like, oh, I like this but I don't like that, can you change this, can you change that? And it just gives you that freedom to change it to how you like it. And when I put it in, I swear on you, honestly, when I put it in the software and it kind of threw out what it was going to look like, it was perfect. I literally only changed 1 or 2 colours to suit me and it came up perfectly. So I will show you that in my next video as well. But it's a great piece of software. Right, give me 1 second. Wow, okay, that is a nose like I've never had one. It's just literally, my nose is literally running. I'm so sorry. It's a good start, isn't it? So, I can't even remember what I was saying now. And this video is going to be so bitty because I'm like Dory. I'm like a 7-second memory of what I've been talking about. And then I come back and I start talking about something completely different. So every time that there's a pause in the video, I'm going to end up discussing something totally different. But I was talking about this wind stitch. Anyway, so I did this myself, and then I was trawling the internet and I actually found the kit online, and it was on AliExpress. And you know what, I don't really like these kits, buying kits, But I thought, just for me, because I've charted this thing myself, I am going to buy it. It's on an 11 count. But I'll do an unboxing video as well, because everyone loves an unboxing video, don't they? And because it's 11 count, I thought it'd be a really good thing to make into a cushion, like a pillow. I'm going to do the piece anyway, the one that I've charted, and that's going to be a really big focal point. It's going to take me bloody years, but the good thing is, excuse me, because I've charted it, and it's, you know, it's only got like 100 colours instead of 200. It's not overly confetti heavy, so, excuse me, it could be one that potentially doesn't take me 100 years to do. And that's going to go in my room, and this is going to go in my bedroom as well. This is going to go above the bed. A big space above the bed in between two windows. This would be a lovely one when it's finished. I just need to roll it up and then keep it protected. I've got some big, I don't know what you'd call them, postage rolls, postage tubes. And I'm going to put this with all the other ones that I've done, so that they're all protected. And I still do have all of the drills for every single diamond painting, so if I'm ever missing any, then I can just go back and replace them. It's not too bad. So I'm waking up to such a beautiful day today. It's, what's the date today? 24th of September. So we're officially in fall, or autumn as you call it in the UK, and it is going to be a blinding day. Beautiful day. There is another piece that I'd like to start actually. It's by Home Fun. I want to say Home Fun, and I've never actually done a diamond painting by them before. And it's a piece that I've bought for my bathroom. It's like a beachy kind of scene. I think it's got a starfish and a big shell on it. But I've never done one from them. So what I do need to do is I need to finish some of my diamond paintings so I can free up some of these boxes, because I've got nowhere to kit them up into. And so what I'll probably end up doing is put these drills into sort of baggies, write on there what company they're from. So I tend to keep all my drills separate, just because of there's colour differences from different places you get them. So I'll put on there that this is Row Diamonds. This is Row Diamonds 718. And then I know that if I've got anything missing from Row Diamonds and I need one of my paintings from Row Diamonds and I need number 718, then I just refer to that box that are all Row Diamonds drills, and that's what I use. But until I have moved some of these drills into alternative storage, I'm very, very short, and I don't want to keep buying stuff in the States. Hoping, now their borders are opening, yay! Hoping I can go out in March. Still, my dad, well, I'm kind of holden to my work at the moment, because we've just been extended till January, which is fantastic. So I don't really want to go to the States before this ends, because it's really good money. So it really enables me to chuck a load of money into the bank, like per month, to save. Which is really exciting. So it doesn't really make any sense to go before that. So I'm just hoping that the borders are going to stay open for when I'm ready to go. But I'm double vaccinated. I'm not going to get into the whole everyone should be vaccinated, because I believe that everyone should have their own, make their own decision about their own life. If you want to be vaccinated, perfect. If you don't, you don't. It's completely optional. It's an option. However, I've got a feeling, you know, that you're going to be pretty, and I don't know how I feel about this, because a part of me kind of maybe feels a little bit of like entrapment, and I wonder whether it's going to be something that the American insurance companies bring in. So for me, I'm only allowed to travel to America if I am double vaccinated. Now, the insurance companies, the travel insurance companies, do cover you, and they say that you have to be double vaccinated for you to have cover. And I guess the reason behind that is what they're looking at is, if you aren't double vaccinated, you may be hit with COVID worse than if you were. So it could be the difference between you being in hospital for a week or 2 weeks and just having you know, conservative care, should I say, over being on the floor ill, so being on a life support machine or a ventilator where you're there for a month. And from a insurance perspective, I guess that's a difference between a couple of $1,000 bill and $100,000 bill. Now, if you times that over by however many people they've got to go into these countries, you know, you're soon going to put these insurance companies out of business. Because I think my travel insurance for 2 weeks was only like £21. Not really a lot of money, but I will always get travel insurance. So I have a feeling that with the way of the world and the way that everything's going, with you're not allowed to travel here unless you're double vaccinated, potentially it could be, unless you have a very valid reason why you're not vaccinated, like for example, you've got allergies to absolutely everything, which happens, so your doctor has advised you not to get it because it could be life-threatening for you, which it happens in some cases. And in those cases, you are, you know, that your circumstances are very, very different. You're very much an extenuating circumstance. They are going to ask you to be double vaccinated before they give you any kind of insurance cover, or you're not covered against COVID. I guess they've got to protect themselves. So I wonder, you know, whether the insurance companies are just going to jump on the bandwagon for that. Because again, you know, travel insurance or regular health insurance, it's going to be the same. It's a difference between them paying out, you know, $100,000 to their client instead of either A, not paying out at all because they just need some medication, or, you know, paying out a couple of $1,000s, which is, you know, much less of a hit. So I am double vaccinated because without being, I'm not going to be able to go anywhere, basically. I'm not going to be able to start my life or do anything. And I think that the medical industry and the insurance industry are going to put people in corners. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that or not. But each to their own. I know I certainly don't like entering into conversations with people who are very anti-vaccination. I'm not anti-vaccination. I was vaccinated against mumps, measles, rubella, everything as a child, and I would get my children vaccinated. However, I fully understand and appreciate the reason why a lot of people have got reservations over this. But, you know, for me, at the end of the day, and this is my opinion only, it's just a flu jab. That is literally all it is. It's just a flu jab, which has been slightly manipulated to be able to deal with the COVID strain, which again is just a flu. It's just quite a serious flu if you get it badly. And people die from the flu yearly. You just don't really see the numbers because it's something that occurs every single year. Lots of people die of the flu. You know, young, old. It's not just an old thing anymore. So yeah, so hoping that I can go over. Right, I am going to see if I can, because I need to work on this bit now. I'm wondering if this is going to be, yeah, that'll be on the video. Let's see if I can move this over a little bit. Okay. Right. Let's bring this up. It's actually quite nice doing this, having not done it for a long time. I'm quite enjoying it actually. And I have just a big mess of of these little containers, like literally all over my desk. So not super organised today. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, so because I'm double vaccinated, I'm allowed to fly, which is good. So that is one thing down. So yeah, I'm just gonna live out the year and see how work goes. You never know, it might get extended till March. And I wasn't thinking about really going until March anyway, so you know, that's not really a biggie. What's that one? I know it's pretty bad over in the States at the moment. Mind you, it's pretty bad everywhere. I mean, we've got pretty bad as well. I'm not sure if we're going to go into another lockdown. I mean, they've been talking about it, but we potentially might go into local lockdowns, which might affect people for Christmas, but I think I'm working Christmas anyway, so that makes no odds to me whatsoever. So yeah, so when I come home from doing the horse, I think I'm going to have some breakfast. There's nothing worse than sitting down to doing a project, either diamond painting or cross stitch, and feeling really hungry. I'm thinking, I wish I'd eaten something now because my stomach's rumbling and now I can't concentrate. And I find that most of my mistakes come out when I'm hungry. They really do. When I'm hungry, I'm constantly messing up, and I can feel my stomach now it is wearing a little bit, and I don't have anything to eat in the house, breakfast wise, so I am probably going to have to make a quick dash to the grocery store and buy some breakfast. I don't even know what I fancy having. I might get some croissants, they're quite nice. You can get frozen croissants that haven't been cooked, and what you do is you cook them in the oven and they come out delicious. They are beautiful. So I might get some of those anyway, just because they're nice to have. And then I'll probably end up doing my usual crumpets and Marmite or something with some real butter. Real butter. Love butter. Right. Right, what should I go next? I did some cleaning yesterday, and I put Queen on my Alexa. And wow, like I just didn't realise how amazing Queen were. And there's one particular song that resonates. Oh, sorry Alexa. And there's one particular song on, I forget that Alexa is like right behind me. So every time I say the name, it comes up with, sorry, I don't recognise that. But anyway, there's one song that resonates with me that I absolutely love, and it's called Love of My Life. And I think it's a song that he did for his friend Mary. Freddie Mercury this was. And it's absolutely beautiful, and I can't stop singing it. Literally, I'm singing it all the time. Wherever I am, it just pops into my head, and it's just gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. There's nothing better, is there, than doing housework when you're smashing out some tunes from a band that you really like. The other artist that I love is Alanis Morissette. She takes me back to my childhood, and I love listening to her. She's really rocky, and her songs, I love her lyrics, and her songs, they're brilliant and so on point. Very daring, I think, but they're great. I hope my nails grow for the video that I'm doing at the end of the month. Basically, I had gel nails on. I didn't have gel nails, I had gel nail varnish on what were my own very beautiful, strong, gorgeous nails. And I had no idea how badly it damages your nails, because you have to have it, what do they say, you have to have it filed off. And I didn't know that you couldn't just take it off without, however you usually do it, acetone, nail varnish remover. It's filed off, and it's left my nails, I don't know if you can see, it's left them A, really ridgy, I've got hair on there, and B, very, very brittle, and really, basically crappy. I will never ever put any of that on my nails ever again. So I ended up breaking a nail, and then took all of my nails all the way down. I think I broke that one, and I broke that one, and I broke that one. I'm really filthy. And yeah, so I ended up taking all of them down then to the same length so that they could all grow together. I mean, I am very lucky that my nails grow super, super quick. From one appointment to another, 3 weeks, they would triple in length. So it won't be too long before they grow back. But I tell you what, I'm not putting anything else on them again. I got that Sally Hansen, what's it called? Maximum growth or something, which is really good. It's full of vitamin E and lots of good properties for your nails. So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to take this, I don't know, I think she's put some similar Sally Hansen stuff on, but I'll take this off and then put that on, just to try and give my nails some nourishment. But yeah, I was so disappointed. I went in there with, I literally went in there with beautiful nails, and it's not, I mean, obviously it's not the lady that did it, not at all. It's just, I had no idea that gel nail varnish, would ruin your nail. It's probably me being a little bit naive, but I'm just disappointed because I went in there with absolutely beautiful nails that literally just needed some nail varnish, and maybe sort of reshaping, and I just feel like my nails are trash now. And I pride myself on nice nails. I like nice nails. I think, if you've got nice nails, they make your hands look nice, especially if you've got, hands that are a bit rubbish like mine. I think they really accentuate the hands so much more. I had some E's around here somewhere. There we go. Okay. My stomach's rumbling now, I can feel it. As soon as I put this back, I know I'm going to end up seeing loads more What I normally do is I normally take this down to here and I'll go through and I'll go no, 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 but it's obviously difficult to do that when you're on video. You're just covering up on your work when you do that. Right, 3. There it is. I don't know if that's the only one. Probably looks like that is the only one. Right. Oh, my stomach is going mental now. Sorry for anyone that can hear it. Oh, look, there's some E's there. I'll come back to those later. So this Home Fun diamond painting that I've got for the bathroom is a little bit smaller. I think it's a 60 by 60. So I'm hoping it won't take me 100 years to complete that one. Oh dear. P. Oh, there's loads around here. Such a nice time of the day, isn't it, the morning? I love the morning because it's the start of a new day. It's almost like forget yesterday, anything that happened yesterday. You know, if you've got anything that was bad that happens, you know, you can right those wrongs on a new day. A new day, a new chapter. It's lovely. I've got really dry throat. When you talk a lot, your throat goes so dry. It's very difficult to do a whip and chat without a drink. So. I might just run some music alongside this video underneath, just some very light, chill music, because sometimes it's nice to have something to listen to when the person stopped talking. Otherwise you get like this awkward silence, don't you? So I might, when I edit this, I might just run a bit of music underneath there. Excuse me. Oh, my face, my nose is driving me nuts. And that's my stomach. Okay. Yeah, I was flicking through my videos, my pictures yesterday, and I don't know whether one of the reasons why I've kind of fallen out of diamond painting a little bit, and I know that, you know, the bigger you get, the less pixelated it looks, is because sometimes it can just look a little bit pixelated. However, I did have a look at my photos yesterday, and there were 2 diamond paintings that, and I think I've only done one actually so far, that were, have I done one or have I done both? I may have done both, I'll have to have a look. You know, the purple kind of flowers with the sort of the greyish background, and I looked at them and I just thought they looked absolutely beautiful. So I thought, you know what, I need to go back into my diamond painting. I need to get back into that again. Because I do love doing it. I find it really, really relaxing. And like I said, sometimes it's nice just to come in and put a film on or an audiobook, and just, especially if you can plug into headphones, and then you can just literally zone into your diamond painting and zone out of everything around you. It's very therapeutic. It really kind of resets your body and your mind, I think. And then after, it leaves you feeling really replenished and fresh and stress-free. I do find that with stitching as well. However, it's a lot easier to plug headphones in when you're diamond painting compared to when you're stitching, just because sometimes you can end up getting, unless you've got wireless headphones, which I'm going to look at getting, you get all the wires caught up in stitching. It's a nightmare. But I do love how quickly this all comes together. However, I like the process of stitching, and I like how the finished product looks. And also, part of it, and probably a big part of it actually, is when I get my diamond painting out, I have to do it on my table, on my desk in my room, because at the moment I haven't got a bigger space to do it. And obviously once everything is built in the States, that'll be a different kettle of fish altogether, because I'll have a big sort of dining room table sort of thing in my office for meetings and things, but it's also a really big space that I can do, you know, I can get out my sewing machine, because I've got a big space that I can sew for my material. But it's a big space also that I can put my diamond painting and all my drills, and you know what, if it needs to, it can just stay there. It's no biggie. I mean, I've got another dining room table in the other by the kitchen, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, when this comes out, it is so big and it takes up so much space, and it just looks messy in the room. Whereas with stitching, you know, it's not a huge thing to have some stitching and, you know, some of your flosses. It doesn't take up a lot of space, whereas I find diamond painting can be really intrusive sometimes, because it does take up a lot of space. So that's the other reason why, you know, I was seldom getting it out as well, because I'm a bit of a clean freak. I like tidy and organised and clean, and when the projects were just being left out, because it's a nightmare to, you know, put it all back away. I mean, this diamond painting itself is massive, and I don't like just taking it and leaving it on the floor, because the cats walk all over it and they sit on it and they come in with dirty feet, and so it goes into the other room. But again, it's the process, isn't it, of putting it away and bringing it back out again. And I think I'm just lazy. I think that's the bottom line, isn't it, really? I'm just lazy. And I don't like mess. So at least, you know, with it being in my office, or croffice, which is a craft room stroke office, I can shut the door on it. Whereas, because it's in my personal space, it's in my bedroom, it's the place that I pretty much live, because I live in a house share. Well, I do at the moment. That will all change when I've got my own place. it just is just messy. It's just there constantly, and I can't shut it away. So I think that's the other reason why it hasn't come out for a while. B. Oh look, there's another P there. Shock. I went into the services yesterday, the garage at work, because because I COVID test hauliers, trucking hauliers. We're basically all on service stations, so the stations where big truckers can come and leave their vehicles, or come and chill for a bit. And our service station has just started making pumpkin lattes. Oh, pumpkin spice lattes are just the bomb, and they're probably one of my favourite things about going into autumn, as well as the trees turning and the world just looking stunning for 3 months before it looks poor for the 3 months after that until spring, which is stunning as well. I love spring and I love autumn. I've never really been a winter person. Don't get me wrong, I do love the thought of curling up in front of a fire with a blanket, and a loved one and a cup of cocoa, but in reality, who actually does that? Like, who does that? It's not me at the moment, because we just haven't got anywhere to curl up in, really. I mean, we've got a living room downstairs, but it's because you walk into the living room from outside, it's just a dumping ground, and you're constantly disturbed by people walking through, and I can't relax if I've got people kind of constantly walking through the room, so don't tend to do that. But when I've got my own place, obviously it'll be different, because I am building a porch for that reason. I wasn't going to. The front door was going to open straight onto the living room, and then I was like, no, I have to have a porch. But also I have to have a porch because my cats are going to be going from outdoor cats to semi-indoor cats because of the coyotes. So I need, a space where, you can come and go freely and close the door onto the outside world so that they don't get out. They will have their own space outside because I'm building a huge catio for them, so they can go out, but they just can't go out. And it just alleviates or just limits the risk to them going out without anyone realising that they're out, going wandering and potentially setting upon coyotes, which is the biggest fear of my whole entire life. And you know what, I don't know, because I guess because the house will be so much bigger and there will be so many places they can go, I can't imagine that they're going to really be affected by not going out as much, as long as they can go out. I mean, these are cats, I kid you not, that if I have to keep in overnight because I've got to take them to the vet for jabs, whatever, their injections, they are just driving me nuts. I mean, Rascal, when he had his operation, I was told to keep him in for 2 weeks, and and this is a cat that had staples all down his back. And after a week, I swear to God, he was ripping my hair out. I was literally driving me nuts. And in the end, I was like, go, get out my sight. Like a child like a mother who's got a child that's been grounded, and then they're just driving them nuts. And I'm just like, get out my sight, just go outside. And you know what? Once he went out, he was so much happier. He was stressing. He wasn't really eating properly. He was losing quite a lot of weight because he was stressing because he was in all the time. They're just not indoor cats. They just aren't. They are, because I think it's different if you have a kitten that becomes an indoor cat, because they don't know any different. Then it becomes no different to having a dog. I mean, dogs live indoors, unless they're obviously outdoor living dogs. But when they've had a life of growing up in the country and being out to run free in all of the cornfields to go and catch mice, and then suddenly you're cooping them up, I got a lot of so I'm in a group on Facebook for, like, it's a Casio group, because I was at the beginning, this is the beginning when I was thinking about, you know, going to the States and realising that they're not going to be allowed to just go out freely, because it's not just coyotes, it's other things like big birds my cat's quite small, so big birds can just whisk down and take them, you know, and if these birds are taking small dogs, they're going to be able to take my cats. I mean, my cats are like 4 kilos, they're, you know, they're really, really light. And, you know, I was getting bashed, excuse me, for wanting my cats to go outside, you know, and people are like, do you realise how selfish you are, yada yada yada. I'm like, do you realise how selfish I would be as a mother from 2 cats that have been allowed to go freely in and out, because we don't really have anything that is, you know, serious danger to animals in this country. I mean, we have grass snakes, we don't have anything that is what you'd call venomous. You know, do you realise how cruel I would be as a mother of 2 cats that have been allowed to go freely if I then just took them to the States and basically incarcerated them, because that's what you're doing, you're imprisoning them, because they don't know any different, they don't know why they can't go out, and they would just be so unhappy. And I'm not taking my cats to the States so they can live an unhappy life. I'd rather rehome them to someone that can continue that life. However, I know what they're like when I've been away for like 3 days. They go nuts trying to find me. And, you know, obviously they're looked after by other people, but they are constantly, they're like literally climbing walls trying to find where I am, and they'll sit and meow at people, and they'll be like, oh, she's coming home soon, she's not here yet. But, you know, they're going around a house searching every single room trying to find me. So rehoming them is not an option. So the best option is, I don't even know how I got onto this subject. How did I even get onto this subject? Anyway, the best option for me is to build them a huge, huge catio, which is an area. Oh yeah, so okay, yeah, so we got onto this because I was building porch because of the cats, right? Is by building them a huge, huge cattery outside, not cattery, but like catio, a place that they can go, so they can still go out, and I'll have trees in it, and, you know, I'll make it as cat friendly as possible. And I mean, this thing's going to have to be big. It's not just a sort of 5 by 6 foot thing on the outside of the house. This is going to have to be like a proper run. But it's not so bad, because I thought I'd have chickens in there as well, because my cats love chickens. Next door I've got chickens, and they just sit and watch them. They don't do anything. And even when they had chicks, the cat, it's almost like the cat, they do catch birds. They're a nightmare. They catch birds, they catch mice. But it's almost like they know that they're not okay to be caught, that you don't touch chickens or chicks. They're part of, you know, a domesticated type animal, and they just know the difference. I never ever had an issue with my next door neighbour saying, you need to sort your cats out, they keep killing my chickens. You know, and they would sit and watch the chicks, and I would watch them thinking, why are they watching the chicks? But never ever would they ever go for them, and the chicks would come right up to them, you know, and they had a perfect opportunity to swipe them and eat them and do whatever, but they would either move away or they would just watch them. You know, they would come right up to their paws as well, and they'd like move their paws away. It's very fascinating to watch a cat watch something that you feel like they really should be hunting, but they know the difference. So I would like to get some chickens, and again, I want them to be free range so they can run freely but be protected. So I was thinking that if I got a big outdoor area, catio, that was protected on all 4 sides, plus had, you know, some kind of netting across the top, so my little buggers couldn't climb out them, because they would. That would be a perfect place to put chickens, and they can all house together. So that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, I already do feel really crappy and bad about having to only let them out in a catio, but at the end of the day, I would feel worse if I found out that my cat had been torn apart by a coyote. So I think that's my salvation, knowing that I'm protecting them and that they're able to live their life with me. And unfortunately that's kind of the compromise that we're going to have to make. But you know what, give it a few months, they'll settle. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they'll be fine. As long as they can go out, then they'll be absolutely fine. You know, animals adapt. So they do absolutely adapt. Way more than we give them credit for, I think. But like I said, there's just not an option keeping them in 24 hours a day. I just couldn't do it. And you know what, they're great at escaping. And I think I also run the risk more of, if, you know, someone leaves a window open, or, you know, one of those French doors, I definitely run the risk of them escaping because they're dying to get out, rather than, you know, if you've got a cat that can go out, you know, albeit in a catio, if you then leave a window open, you know, potentially they're not likely to escape because they don't feel the need to go out. So I potentially run the risk, or lesser risk, of them, you know, running out the door without anyone seeing them, or running out the window and then probably never seeing them again. We just need to be responsible as owners, don't we? And we just need to be seen to be seen and seem to be doing the best thing for our fur babies. That's all you can ask. But we've got enough land, and you know, we can build on the catio. So we can start with one size, and we can just, as we go, we can make it bigger and bigger and bigger. So, and I was looking at, some people have runs into the catio. So like they have a cat flap that's kind of this big round cylindrical kind of tube that is like metal, that's about 1.5 feet in diameter. And they've built those for the cats, so it can be like a separate area to the house, so they can go out through there and, you know, go into their catio area. So it is then completely separate to the house, and they don't feel like, you know, they're just cooped up. So I was looking at that as an idea as well, but honestly, some people can be so brutal on Facebook, and I'm just reading some comments and I'm just thinking, wow, like, you have no idea, you don't know my animal, mate. Like, you literally don't know my animals. You know, I'm a really bad owner because I don't, you know, keep them in 24 hours a day. No, I don't imprison my animals 24 hours a day. I don't do that, you know. Obviously it's so different, like I said, if you've got cats that have been brought up indoors, that's so different because they don't know any different. They don't think going out is like a thing, and they don't miss what they've never experienced. But believe me, it's a lot harder to habituate an animal that's being allowed to go out to being inside than it is from an animal that has been inside that is now allowed to go out. Way harder than you can imagine. But people are brutal, and instead of just going, oh, okay, I've got a different opinion to that, and scrolling by, they feel like it's their duty, you know, to comment really nasty stuff and make you feel shitter than you already do. And it's just, you know, it's not nice, people. If you haven't got anything nice to say, anything that is going to be helpful, just don't say anything, just scroll by, you know. It's just, honestly, sometimes I think Facebook is brutal. Right, F. what I might do is do this little bit here and then call it a day. I might actually look at editing and uploading this video before I go to the yard, but that depends on whether I get it finished or not. But yeah, so I'm striving to get this finished now. You know, when you just got so many unfinished projects. I haven't actually got that many, to be fair, but you know what, I'm wondering whether actually I kind of lost my love of diamond painting. And this is not to say that I'm not going to do it in the future, because I will. Because of doing the, not whip and chats, but the time lapses. And the thing is, when you do a time lapse, when you work on a project, because you've done a time lapse from that project from start to finish, you have to video working on it. And I think that it may have altered my love of it a little bit, purely because suddenly it didn't become sort of enjoyable, or something that, you know, if it took me a week or so or 2 weeks to then go back to that project or painting, you know, that it was okay, but you kept thinking in the back of your mind, no, I've got to get another video up, I've got to get another video up. And I think it just changed the way I felt about it. You know, I wasn't left alone to do my own diamond paintings in the way that I wanted to do them. But I guess I love making videos as well, so it's, you know, you can't have it both ways. So what I think I might do going forward is my time-lapse videos I might do on slightly smaller projects, because I can get them finished quicker as well, and it doesn't feel like, you know, spending forever doing these videos. And then, you know, you get a finished product a lot quicker as well. And then the large ones I can be left to just do as and when, and, you know, do something like this, like a whip and chat, instead of a, you know, time-lapse video where everything's got to be perfect lighting. Because that's the thing as well, it's not just about, you know, chucking on your video, you've got to make sure your lighting's right. It takes a lot of editing on the other side, whereas this, I'm just going to add in a picture of that, you know, the artist's thing I told you about earlier, the Amy Stewart A Stitch in Time, whack some music onto it, and then it's done. But, you know, with the time lapse, you've got to go through and you've got to speed it up, and you've got to put your music on, and you've got to mute this and cut this and do that, and it just, editing is another part of doing videos that I don't think, I'm not sure if people realise how long sometimes editing does take. But I'm not complaining, because I love doing videos. I'm just trying to figure out the reason why potentially I might have lost my mojo to doing diamond paintings a little bit. Yeah. But I definitely feel like I'm getting it back, because I'm loving this. And I think, you know, sometimes you do, don't you? If you do a lot of stitching, I think sometimes you can lose your stitchy bug. But I feel more drawn to stitching, probably because I've got so many bleeding projects going at the same time, and if I don't actually do any stitching, I'm never going to get anything finished. And I just seem to be a serial starter at the moment. Like, I've got so many projects, it's unbelievable. But I love having lots of different projects, because, you know, I love working on different things at different times, and some of them are seasonal as well. So they come out at different times of the year. Don't find that so much with diamond painting lines. But, G. Where is G? I don't know whether I've... Oh, there it's right in front of me. Couldn't see it looking. I don't really know what to have for breakfast today. I don't know if I fancy crumpets, you know. And I don't really fancy cooking. I can't think of anything worse than having the smell of eggs in my room. Ugh. Gee. There is a lot of detail in this. It's absolutely lovely. Right, is that all the G's? I think so. Anything this side? You. Okay, it's not until you get to a little bit less of, you know, your area that you realise how much you missed. I've like literally missed so much to this colour. It is like pain in my life though. I do spend a lot of time going back over where I've missed a lot, but it's fine. No dramas. No one got hurt in the making of this video, so we're all good. Right. 917 is my favourite colour, absolutely favourite colour. So I'm doing a long dog sampler cross stitch project, and it's called Resistance is Futile. It's like a banded sampler and it's stunning, and I've decided to do it in this colour 917, and it just looks beautiful, and I love working on it because I just love the vibrant colour. Stunning. Sneeze. Oh, excuse me. I do not know what is going on with me right now. I don't think I've got a cold. I think I've just, I don't know. Oh, that's a 6. I think I've just woken up in its, yeah, I've just woken up and I'm sneezy. Odd. Very, very odd. Very harsh. Very, very harsh. Right. Blah, blah, blah. G. I'm sure I've done G already. Yes, I have. Okay, let's fill in the blanks. G. 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 So, what other things do you like doing? I mean, you may or may not like cross stitch. If you do, fantastic. But is there any other crafts that you guys do that you enjoy? I don't know, like card making. That seems to be a big one that is, you know, joined on the back of diamond painting. So, you know, people love making cards, paint by number type things, or art, you know, drawing art. Colouring, that's a big one as well. There's a lot of people that have got, you know, colouring channels. I've never really been much into colouring, purely because the people that do it are absolutely phenomenal, and they don't just colour in pictures per se, you know, they, you know, put dimension on their colour, and I just think it's incredible. And I just don't have an artist eye like that. I'm a bit rubbish, so I wouldn't bring anything to the table by doing any getting involved with that, because I just, you know, there's so many clever people out there and I just don't have that gift. Mind you, having said that, I've never really tried it, but you know what, my nose is driving me nuts today. It is driving me nuts. And there's nothing worse than being near someone, is there, that is just sniffing, constantly sniffing. You're like, oh my god, please just go and blow your nose. It's like the worst thing. Oh, excuse me, hiccups. I've got hiccups as well as sneezes, as well as a running nose. All in all, I'd say it was a grand day to do a video, to be fair. Be kind. A. So, I can hear some really beautiful birds outside, like kestrel type birds, or, you know, like birds of prey type birds. We get so much in the country, it's stunning. And then at night, which I absolutely love, I've got an owl that sits outside my window and just hoots. It's just, I mean, it's normally at night about sort of 11, 12 o'clock, but it's just so nice to lay in bed and listen to this owl. I just think they're incredible creatures. I would love to open up some kind of sanctuary for an owl, for, you know, owl rescue type thing, where you can rehabilitate them, you know, enough to be able to be set free back into the wild. But I'll be going to Georgia, so I don't know if, you know, that sort of thing would be allowed. You know, it'd be something that I would definitely love to do. I mean, I love birds, I love all creatures. However, I think I've got a particular fondness for owls. I just think they're beautiful. Okay. Another small H there. Right. M. Right, and where's and I'm sure it's been out here somewhere. Maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. Okay, the next one I haven't seen for a while either is number oh, hang on, I've got a whole nother box here. That'll be why I've not seen it. You know when you glaze your eyes over the boxes that you've got, but you've never actually seemed to glaze your eyes over certain numbers and symbols, and you're like, oh, I haven't actually seen that one. Where is it then? Well, it is in a whole different box. And is that all? Six. So it's 9:35 here at the moment. I normally go down the yard about 10:35, only because the horses come in from being out overnight, and then they come in for a little bit of rest and for some breakfast. And then they get put back out at about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And then obviously I'm there to muck around and do what I need to do. Which means I'm going to have a little bit of time to edit. So what I'll do is I'll finish this video. I will go and make myself a nice hot cup of tea. And I will edit this video. And then whilst I'm at the yard, I can be uploading it, and then I can come back and after buying some breakfast and start on my cross stitch project, which I can't wait to get back into. I'm really looking forward to it. It's such a beautiful project. I love the colours. Right. What is that? Number 8. I think I've seen that somewhere. Here. Right. I seem to have lost a box. No, I haven't. It's here. Got it. I don't know what I'm going to put on this afternoon. I don't know whether I fancy watching a box set of some kind, or if I just fancy watching something like, I don't know, old school, like the Railway Children or something, or The Sound of Music. I love watching things like that. You know, when I'm cross-stitching, I love to watch old school things, you know, things that take me back to my childhood. Because there's a nostalgia about that, isn't there? You know, there's a comfort about sort of being taken back to, you know, when you were younger. So I might just, or Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I mean, I absolutely love Disney. I'm such a Disney nerd. It's, I love Disney. It's a happy place for me. So I might even watch some Disney. Right, Right, E. Where is E? E, where are you? There you are, Elliot. Oh, I can definitely hear my stomach now. It's me talking about breakfast, it's growling. Oh, you know what I might have actually? I think I am. I know it means cooking, but I think I'm going to buy some muffins, and I'm going to buy some eggs, and I'm going to buy some bacon, and I'm going to have 2 muffins. Well, 1 in 2 halves, with some bacon and egg, or egg and bacon on top. I think I'm gonna have that, because that will set me up for the day then. Because you know what, I do find that I'll eat something for breakfast when I'm stitching, and then come like an hour later I'm hungry again, and it just bugs me when I'm hungry. I hate being hungry. I definitely suffer from hangry. I get angry when I'm hungry, and irritable, really irritable. So that's what I might do, and then I'm set for the day then until, you know, lunchtime. That is not that colour. That's that colour. And next door's dogs barking, if you can hear them. Sorry about that. Z. Another film that's good to watch is like Notting Hill. I love Notting Hill. You know, just something that is, you know, takes you back, I think, to your childhood. Mary Poppins is one that I watch a lot as well. I love Mary Poppins, but the original, I think I tried watching the new one like 5 times, and I just couldn't get into it. I don't know, it was just too different, and I'm a creature of habits, old habits, and old habits die hard. Just, I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. Now, if I'd sat down and watched it in a cinema, because I was there and had to be there, I think it'd be different. But yeah, oh, hang on, there's another one there. But because I was at home, I kept going, oh no, I don't really like this, and I'd switch it off, and I never actually watched it. And I must have tried to watch it like 5 or 6 times, but I never got through it. Percentage. Okay, P again. I think I must have pulled P out like 3 times. V. There you are. And then, last but not least, where are you? There we go. The euro sign. Boom. Okie dokie. Well, that is the next bit done. I thought there was 2 missing there, but can you see it's just a shadow? I don't know. when I went over them, yeah, there we are. So there is where the, yeah, so I haven't got two missing. They're just really, really super shiny diamonds. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for today. I will more than likely come back and do, you know, maybe another video tomorrow with this bit here. What even is that? What is that? Oh my god, genuinely thought that was a spider's leg then. How random. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll come back and do another video tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, I think I might just do a stitch with me tomorrow. A stitch with me, a diamond paint with me tomorrow, rather than you know, like a whip and chat. But yeah, so that's the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel, press the notification bell, and you will be notified of when any of my videos go live. But have a lovely, lovely day with whatever it is you're doing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!